Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today I actually was thinking what to do, and I really didn't know, but I knew I wanted to continue on the fall, like I wanted to create a fall look. So when I think of fall, like what palettes do I think of as always? And there's quite a few really. To me, it's like more warm tones. Now, with that said, I haven't worn warm tones in quite a while. But just thinking about palettes and fall and stuff like that, Too Faced is another brand that always comes to mind to me because you've got their cinnamon roll, you got their pumpkin roll, or their pumpkin pie extra slice, their gingerbread spicy, spice extra spicy or something. You have the gingerbread, like now the pancake and maple syrup, like I have tons of these things. Even then, they got the littler palettes too, like the butter rum and those sort of ones. But today I decided to pull out the gingerbread spice, and somebody did mention the pumpkin one, and I'll get to it. I will. They also had a really good idea about combining the Natasha Denona I Did a Nude with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, I believe. Um, and I'm going to get to that on Saturday. So I will do that too because that is a wonderful idea. But for today, we are going to be playing with the gingerbread spice palette. I'm sorry, you all. I just love these packagings. This tin, the way it's made, everything about it. And I feel like this is why I pay the money that I do pay for these is because of the packaging. It's just so darn adorable. But this is what this particular one looks like. And again, warm tones. Most of these palettes are all the same with the exception of a couple of different color switches, you know. They switch out a couple different colors. But it's basically warm tone, except for this year, I really do think they went more cool toned. Here's the maple syrup one. Like, I think that's a little more, it's more cool tone than they'd ever went before. I will say that because I did go through all because I wanted to find something to match my shirt. These little lines in it, like it's like a, I don't know what color, but I tried to do it on my eye. Somehow, it's all right. It's not the best, but it'll work. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started because the smell is still there, y'all. After all these years, every single one of those palettes still smell as if they did the day I bought them. And I think it is because they are magnetic and they're stored. And they're stored in a cool place. The sun does not hit them. So I do think because of that, they've lasted as long as they've lasted. I mean, the shelf life on them is only 12 months. So, and I mean, I know I've had them more than 12 months, that's for sure, because I get them as soon as they release. So the first shade we're going to go into is, stop that, Looky at My Cookie. Now that is annoying, the fact that it keeps shutting. It's going to be this one right here. We're going to go in with this shade first. So, I mean, I really enjoy all these palettes, to be honest. Are they the best quality? No. I mean, yes, when it comes to Too Faced, the tin packagings have always been the best quality, I feel. But, like, overall, in the grand scheme of all makeup, are they the best? No. Are they the cutest? Yes. Do they smell delicious? Yes. Although I will say they've went way down on their smell of the palettes because I tell you what, that peach palette, it can knock you out. If I open it up, my room smells like peaches. Okay? This whole area of my room will smell like it if I leave it open. You really have to get your nose up to them now. Like that maple syrup pancake palette, I could barely smell that. I'm not gonna lie. And I understand where some people may not like it, but then there's the majority that does like it, and I'm like, why are we changing it? Like, I understand you want to be, inclusive to people that are even sensitive to smells, but it's like, but we aren't sensitive to it. I want that smell. I want to smell how good it smells, But that's just me. Everybody's different. I know that. And on some things I do understand. But it's like, well, then make two different kinds. Make something that smells really good, that's really strong, and you can smell it a mile away, and then make one that's not scented or something, you know? Even if it is just in small batch and small quantity, the people that want the ones that smell, you know, really good can purchase first, or vice versa. I just really like the scent of it personally myself. It's just, you know, I enjoy that scent. Oh, that's a pretty color. It's very light, but it's there. It's a pretty color though. Now we're going to go into Figgy Pudding, which is this purpley shade. There's quite a different route you can go in this palette. To me, this is like a 3 shadow type of palette, to be honest. And you mix it up a little bit here and there. Personally, I tend to go overboard with my shadows. I don't know why. I've kind of toned it down a little bit though. It's like you don't have to use every shadow in a look. But this look reminds me of fall, but like a further into fall. Like the leaves are now coming off of the trees. The air's crisp type of thing. That's what this look is kind of taking me to. Of course, in reality, it's still hot as Hades outside. Sun's still shining bright. And it doesn't feel like we're anywhere near fall. But we can pretend in this little corner that it is. It's kind of my little corner right here. And I did change my name on the channel. I mean, kinda. I didn't really change it. I just added makeup corner because somebody suggested it, and I do get it. Like if people want to look for makeup, they're going to put the word makeup in it. So I do kind of get that part of it. But so there you go. And I figured, you know, since I am in a corner of my bedroom, I thought that was the best, you know, best route to go with that one. So welcome to my bedroom. We'll chit chat about makeup. I'm using that same purple and going along the lower lash line now. I do like this look though. I think it turned out really good. And it's been a long time since I've pulled this palette out too, so that was kind of fun. Actually pulling them all out because I had to pull them all out. Although at the same time the thing broke. The dresser that was holding them all. The drawers just all came crumbling down. I take it I probably put too much in them. But hey, I do need to come up with a better storage system for these palettes, but I think well, once I get rid of some of these palettes, that's going to help me out a lot. And I do want to start giving away stuff because I don't need it. Half of this stuff is so lightly used. Like maybe I swatched it. Some of it I never even got to use. So that says something right there. Like I do not need all this. But of course I can't help myself from buying new either. Because I mean it just sucks me in. It's so freaking pretty. It's hard not to buy it. And like with these Too Faced palettes, I've been purchasing these since I got back into makeup, you know, all those years ago. So it's like if I have so many of them, I don't want to not have, you know, one. Which in all honesty, I am so glad that I did buy the pancake one. Because I really did almost not get that one, to be honest. I really did. Did y'all see the new Hourglass stuff? I was so mad. I purchased. Don't get me wrong. I purchased. I didn't buy them all. Sort of. Well, to begin with, they have 4 packagings, but only 3 to put in each package. So that means, because you got to pick your own. They had one that kind of had mostly all new. one that was half and half, and one that was like maybe one new, maybe I think it had. And I was like, what are they doing over there for $90 a pallet? $90, 90 for 6 things. I was like, no, absolutely not. I still have the elephant, the butterfly, and the tiger over here. And yes, I go into them. The elephant the most, then the butterfly, then the tiger. The tiger wasn't meant for my skin tone, so that one gets a pass on why I don't go into it that often. The other two, there's no reason why I don't. I just don't. So I was like, I will not, absolutely not be doing that. Nope. So I only bought 2 of the 3. Well, technically 2 of the 4, but only 2 of the 3 pallets. And I got the owl. The owl's gone already off the website. I was like, wow, that was quick. But I purchased it. I got the owl. And I got the jellyfish, I think, are the 2 that I got. Okay, so now we're going to go into Oh Burn, which is this purpley shade right here. And we're going to put it on the outer portion of the lid and bring it in. But yeah, so I did get that. I really thought for sure that this time, in a way, Hourglass nailed it. I really thought they'd have a light, a medium, a tan, and a dark. That's what I thought they were going to do. And I was all for it. Like, I knew I wasn't going to buy the tan and the dark one technically this year, because there's really no point for me to do it. I'm not going to use them, you know, for the most part. We're going to go into Warm and Toasty, this top one right here. And we're going to put it on the inner portion of the lid. But I was going to get the 2, but they didn't do that. I'm not for sure on how deep someone could use those palettes, to be honest with you. But I think that at the end, I really thought they would have like something newer. I really did. I really thought they were going to nail it with that this year. I don't know why I thought it, but I did. But maybe they just got too much stock and inventory and stuff, and they just got to be, you know, getting it out. Which I get. Makeup's probably one of the things that are suffering the most in today's economy, because, you know, it's not a necessity, it's a want. And to be honest, I get it. Once people find what they like and it's like it's really good for them, it's like, why should they venture out if what they have is good enough for them, you know? We're going to go into Spiked Eggnog, this one right here. Right there. And I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. Again, I didn't spray any of these, so if I got fallout, it's on me. However, so far so good. No fallout, you know. So then I thought, man, this is alright, but it's not really, it's like not matching my shirt. I thought it was more orange in it, but there's not. So then I took this spiced rum shade right here, and it's more like a, I don't know, a brownish color. And I put it right in the middle of my lid, pushed it in, just try to dull down that brightness a little bit, which is shocking for me because usually I'm all about the brightness right there. But I just thought it was a little too bright, and it really wasn't going with my shirt the way that I thought it would. But I just sort of toned it down just a tad, just a little bit, nothing major. Meanwhile, try not to get it on my shirt. Yeah, that's pretty good. Or on my face, I mean. Because I got it on this side, I had to clean it up. Alright. And then I still want it to be bright. Right there. Just in the inner. looks pretty good. Yeah, it don't look too bad. It's alright. So then I took the shade Reindeer Paws, this one right here, the darkest shade, and I lined with it. I'm trying to find my mirror, y'all. So did you all order any of the Hourglass stuff by chance? What did you think about the launch itself even? Like, I think the packaging is gorgeous. The artwork on it, I think the packaging last year was gorgeous even. I really do like that part of it. And the fact that they donate, I like that too. It's just, to me, for that price tag, on one hand, I think, okay, we need new shades, you know. But then on the I do get the flip side of that, where, well, if you're going to spend $90, you want to know that you really enjoy those shades, you know. So I get the flip side of making sure, like, you got best sellers too. So I don't really know how I feel. I go back and forth. I'm like that a lot. I go back and forth on everything. I'm taking that same shade and line in the top lash line. Because me, where I have a lot of Hourglass stuff, it's like I want new. Right? But then I'm like, but at $90, I want to know that it's going to work for me. It's going to be pretty on my skin tone. Well, you can't know that unless you've tried it before, you know. So if it's all new, you're not going to know. I don't know. But like almost all the stuff that's in them, the repeat is stuff that I already have in existing palettes from them. I still have the unlocked ones. I still have the ghost ones, or whatever they were called, the clear container ones, the gold, the silver, the marble ones. Like, I have all of them. And why I would need to buy this year's, I don't know, but I did. I needed to buy them. And again, probably because of packaging. And that's why I think packaging is so important. Because sometimes that's all it takes is to push somebody over the edge to purchase it, is packaging. And sometimes the packaging I like in a childish way, like Too Faced. To me, it's childish, but hey, sometimes I want to be a kid again. And with Hourglass, it's more elegant, with a twist in a way, because when I think of elegant, I think of more like Tom Ford, Gucci, Lisa Eldridge, Charlotte Tilbury, even Pat McGrath. Packaging is sturdy, elegant looking, you know. And even though the paint, like the Hourglass stuff, is cute, it's still heavy and stuff, so it feels elegant. But like the packaging is kind of, I guess it's as elegant as it can get for what it is. You know what I mean? It's a picture of an elephant. And I do like that. And the butterfly and the tiger, I mean, they were all very, very cute. You know what I mean? Like, it is adorable. And like I said, I did get two. I got the owl. And I got the, what was it? The jellyfish. The owl and the jellyfish. So the snake I didn't get. And the leopard I didn't get. I did think of the leopard. I was thinking of that. Snake I wasn't getting. Snakes just scare me. Okay? It's just one of those things. They scare the bejesus out of me. Okay? Okay, for mascara, we're going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes in Super Black. I was going to go with brown. You know, I was. This is a good look for brown mascara, but I decided to go with the black instead. I don't know why, but I did. And I knew this mascara was about to go. The black one is for me. because I've had it for so long that I did want to give it another try so I could write down my thoughts on it, because it's not the black one's not one of my favorites mascaras, to be honest. The brown is. I love that color. It's not really, well, it is brown, but it's not. It's more of like a burgundy brown. So pretty. But I was going with the Too Faced chocolate one for mascara today, but I didn't. I went with black. But that's what I mean. With these kind of looks, you can do brown or black, and it's gonna look beautiful either way you do it, you know? It's just one of those looks where either way you go, it's gonna work and be beautiful. Huh. 2 mess ups. What a shocker. Me messing up with mascara. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the brush too. I make it work for the brown, but for the black, I just ain't got time to make it work, you know? Too many black mascaras out there that I enjoy using that I don't have to make it work for, you know? It's alright though. It's just not my favorite. If you like it, that's wonderful for you. And I can see where you might like it too. It's just not my cup of tea is all. I can't get it to work for me for nothing. And like I said, the brown I'll make exception for just because it's a different. I don't have a lot of that in my collection, that shade. But with black, I got a lot of black mascaras, so I don't have to fuss with this to get to work when I have 1,000 that will work. Good enough. I'll clean it up in a minute. For the bottom lashes, we're going to use the Lancome. And with that mascara, for some reason, again, I don't know. I don't have the issues with the wand with the brown. I don't get it. But that wand hurts. If you poke yourself, it's going to hurt. Okay. Putting the Lancome on the bottom. And we're done. Well, semi-done. I still have to clean up. But, you know. And that's it. For lips, I'm using the Tarte lip liner in, I have no idea, Dusty Rose. I grabbed the Matte Hues lipstick by the Balm in Charming. And then I topped it with the Lawless in Lavender Sorbet. I don't know. I've just been liking those Lawless ones. I've been using the clear one to really get my lips, like, as I'm doing my makeup, I put the clear one on. I've really been liking them. Of course, I've always carried the stick in my purse, the pink marshmallow one. And then for highlighter, I'm using the Pat McGrath Bridgerton one. For blush and bronzer, it's Pat McGrath too. I just can't think of what shades I use, to be honest. Again, my whole makeup thing over here fell apart when I was trying to get my Too Faced stuff out. So it kind of all, as I was trying to catch all my Pat McGrath, I've lost what blush I was using. I think it was Paradise Glow, maybe, is the one I grabbed for. I can't really remember though, so I don't want to steer you wrong, but I think it was that. I think it was Paradise Glow, to be honest. Well, that does not want to come off easy, does it? Huh. Interesting. I never noticed that before. Usually if I just go like this, it comes right off. But it wants to be very stubborn today and stay. Well, I cannot have that stay in there. There we go. So that's today's look. And again, when I think of fall, I do think of all these palettes. Now, whether I actually agree with it matching fall, that's a whole other ball game. But the packaging definitely makes me think of fall to all these Too Faced. Yeah, no. Here's another one for you. This is probably why the drawers collapsed, but I've said it before how I have it all set up, right? The first two are Natasha, the second two is Pat, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next 3 drawers, the one's empty, the bottom one, because I just can't even pull it out. But the next 2 are all Too Faced palettes and stuff. And when I pulled out the first one stayed, and the second one kind of went at an angle, but the 2 Pat McGrath ones just fell completely. So that goes to show how long it's been since I pulled these palettes out, because that just happened to me, and it's probably because they're too full. But as I was doing that, I realized that I have Christmas collections coming in from Too Faced, right? For this year, I still have their Christmas collections from 3 years ago in these drawers. They got to go. I cannot keep them. And I don't even think I used half of them. That's the other thing. And I don't know what to do with them. Like, I'd like to do, if you guess a palette, that's why I've been doing that, is hoping people guess, to whether, right now I'm just giving away new stuff, but I'd like to give away this stuff to people that, either can't afford it or just getting into it or whatever, just to help somebody out, because sometimes putting on a little bit of makeup just makes your day. Makes mine. Although this doesn't have a lot of shine to it. Usually I just like to sit here and go like this to my eyes, back and forth, back and forth. But ain't gonna happen today. But this is the final look anyway, using the Gingerbread Spice. And again, I really do like this palette. And I'm sure you can kind of guess where I usually go with this palette. Like the hot pink. You know I love that hot pink, okay? If you know me, you know I love that hot pink. But I decided, A, to go for a fall look, inspired look. And B, I decided to choose colors that I usually don't use. And I think overall, like, it came out pretty good. I do. I think it came out really good. For foundation, I'm using the Prism Liberty in the foundation and the concealer. To set, I use the number 7 Lift and Illuminate for my under eyes. The rest of my face is the Lawless Light. And that's it. Yep. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it at least entertained you somewhat. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I have ideas, and I kind of think I might go through all of those palettes and maybe even rank them. See how my preferences have changed. Because I'll be honest with you, I think this one here was actually my favorite at one point. The Gingerbread. When it comes to the holiday launches. And then I think now though, because I'm so into cool tones, I think it's going to be this. Although now that the season's changing, at some point I hope, the weather will get on board. It won't be so hot, but maybe warm tones will come back in. I don't know. I can't wait to see though. I love how our preferences change too. How 1 minute we're like die hard on this particular look, and then the next minute we're like, I wore that. Because let me tell you, there's some lipsticks that I'm like, I wore that. Hot pink. Yes, ma'am. Hot pink. Why I thought that was a good idea, I'd love to know. Sometimes I'd like to know why I thought anything was a good idea. Where in my head I thought that was a good idea. Sort of like my daughter, she just sits there and goes, I don't understand, Mom. I don't understand how I'm born sometimes, but like, I don't know what to tell you. Stupid. That's all I can say. But here you are, the blessing that you are. Anyway, that was my oldest daughter, by the way. But anyway, they just said that to me. She quit trying to figure that one out a long time ago. God's her father. That's what I say. I've said it from the day she was born. So I'm going to stick to that story till the day I die. God is her dad. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. Come and join me in my little corner, and we can chit-chat about makeup. And if you have ideas or if you're interested in a certain palette, let me know. Glad to do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.